Hi everyone, welcome back to Metal Gear Solid Part 2. Just a quick recap from last time. We have fought our way inside the nuclear warhead storage building on our mission to stop the terrorists and their nuclear weapon. Snake fought with a mysterious cyborg ninja, realised it's his old teammate who he fought years before, and he thought he died. So he's not entirely sure why this guy's come back to challenge him. But Otacon, who we met here, who was the scientist working in this lab, the lead on the Metal Gear Rex project, has said we have to find the female soldier Meryl to meet up with, who is the niece of Colonel Campbell, who sent us on this mission. And he said that we have to keep an eye on the way she walks because she's dressed as an enemy. And so, since they're all wearing the same uniforms, we have to see which one of them has a feminine jiggle to her hips, shall we say. Once again, I'm playing with this lovely full widescreen mod. It looks incredible just to see this game. It's 23 years old now, looking as good as it possibly can. So let's head back into the gas corridor. Avoid the surveillance cameras. Once again, we'll use the old... Oh no, I didn't need to use the elevator trick, it was waiting for us, that's great. So there are several guards on this floor. As I said, we have to watch their hips, keep an eye on the way they walk. And if we have to shoot anyone, let's make sure it's not the right one. Yep, that looks like a pretty feminine wiggle to me. Ah, yes, there she goes. There is a little secret, actually, if you can get to the last toilet cubicle in a certain amount of time.
Don't move.
There's a little Easter egg.
That's the second time I've been able to sneak up on the legendary Solid Snake.
You're Meryl? There's no way you could pass for a man for long.
What do you mean? Hey, men aren't allowed in here.
I had no idea you were so feminine.
This is no time to try and hit on me, Snake. Besides, it's a waste of time. When I joined up, they gave me psychotherapy to destroy my interest in men.
Same smart mouth. You're Meryl, all right. Are you hurt?
Not yet. After all, I was disguised as a genome soldier.
So why'd you change? You'd be a lot better off dressed like one of them.
I got tired of disguising myself. The truth is, the uniform smelled like blood.
What's that mark?
Huh? Oh, this? It's a paint tattoo. It's not real. I was a fan of Foxhound way back. And guys like you and my uncle were in it. None of that gene therapy like there is today. You guys were real heroes.
There are no heroes in war. All the heroes I know are either dead or in prison. One or the other.
But Snake, you're a hero, aren't you?
I'm just a man who's good at what he does. Killing. There's no winning or losing for a mercenary. The only winners in war are the people.
That's right, and you fight for the people.
I've never fought for anyone but myself. I've got no purpose in life, no ultimate goal.
Come on.
It's only when I'm cheating death on the battlefield. The only time I feel truly alive.
Seeing other people die makes you feel alive, huh? You love war and don't want it to stop? Is it the same with all great soldiers throughout history?
Why didn't you contact me?
My codec was broken.
Is that all?
Shouldn't you just be happy we met up like this? How did you recognize me in disguise?
I never forget a lady.
So there's something you like about me, huh?
Yeah, you've got a great butt.
Oh, I see. First it's my eyes, now it's my butt. What's next?
On the battlefield, you never think about what's next.
So Snake, how are the negotiations going?
No progress.
So it's all up to you, huh?
Somebody's got to stop them from launching a nuclear missile.
There are two ways. Either we destroy Metal Gear, or...
We override the detonation code. You got the card keys from Baker?
Card keys? You mean this?
Where are the others? There should be 3 keys.
This is all I've got.
Where could the other 2 be?
I have no idea, but they must be somewhere. If we can't find them, we'll have no choice but to destroy Metal Gear.
Metal Gear is in an underground maintenance base to the north.
Take me too. I know this place better than you do.
You'll just slow me down. You don't have enough battle experience.
I won't slow you down, I promise.
And what if you do?
Then you can shoot me.
I don't like to waste bullets.
Got it. I'll be careful. You know, I don't use makeup the way other women do. I hardly ever look at myself in the mirror. I've always despised that kind of woman. I always dreamed of becoming a soldier. But I was wrong. It wasn't really my dream. My father, he was killed in action when I was younger.
You wanted to follow in your father's footsteps?
Not really. I thought that if I became a soldier, I could understand him better.
So are you a soldier yet?
I thought I was until today, but now I understand. The truth is, I was just afraid of looking at myself, afraid of having to make my own decisions in life. But I'm not gonna lie to myself anymore. It's time I took a long, hard look at myself. I want to know who I am, what I'm capable of. I want to know why I've lived the way I've lived until now. I want to know.
Take a good look. You won't get another chance for a while. You should wash your face, too, while you're at it.
Yeah.
This isn't a training exercise. Our lives are riding on this. There are no heroes or heroines. If you lose, you're worm food.
Yeah.
Is that FAMAS functional?
Unfortunately, it's out of ammo.
Where'd you get that Desert Eagle?
I found it in the armory. It's a .50 caliber Action Express. There was a SOCOM pistol too, but I chose this.
Huh. So I got a leftover, huh? Isn't that gun a little big for a girl?
Don't worry, I can handle it.
Come on, use my .45.
Listen, I've used a gun like this since I was 8 years old. I'm more comfortable with it than I am with a bra. If we're gonna go to the north, we'll have to go through the commander's room on this floor. The overland route is blocked by glaciers. The door to the commander's room is security level 5. This card will open it. It was inside the pocket of the uniform I was wearing.
Looks like he must have been guarding someplace important.
Okay, let's go. I know this place better than you. I'll be point man. Follow me.
Meryl's such a great character in this, because whereas you got Snake, who's the cold, ruthless mercenary type, Meryl really illustrates the human cost and sort of the outside perspective of war and conflict and the mission. So the conflicts between her and Snake are really interesting. She's a very good character.
That's strange. There's no guard.
What happened to the music?
I'll keep a lookout. Make sure you're ready, okay?
At this point, you can have a little bit of fun. The great thing about Hideo Kojima and his team is they did anticipate an awful lot of things people might do in the game, might try, might look into. And one of the things you can do, I'm not going to do it because it might just take too long, but if you look at Meryl with the scope, she gets a bit embarrassed, a bit shy.
What? What is it?
She'll get a bit impatient if you keep looking at her and zooming in and that. And over time, she actually gets redder and redder in the face as she gets embarrassed. So that's just one little secret, because they figured people might look at Meryl through the scope, and they gave her a response, which just shows the level of detail that this game has. And this is where things start to get a little trippy. That strange music's back.
My head. Oh, it hurts.
What's wrong?
Don't come here, Snake.
I'm fine.
Okay. Let's go.
Come on, Mr. Foxhound. The commander is waiting.
Something weird's going on. And creepily, if you go into first-person view, you're not looking through Snake's eyes. You're now looking through Meryl's. Or whoever's in Meryl's head right now. Very creepy. Earlier, Snake hallucinated that he saw Psycho Mantis, the man in the breathing mask who was floating. And we're about to meet him for real.
Snake, how do you like me?
What the?
Do you like me? Hold me, Snake.
What's wrong?
Oh, hurry, hurry. Make love to me. Oh, Snake, I want you.
Who's that?
You don't like girls?
Meryl's not herself, gotta knock her out. Even if she gets off a shot, we gotta knock her out.
Useless woman.
Optic camouflage, huh? I hope that's not your only trick.
You doubt my power? Now, I will show you why I am the most powerful practitioner of psychokinesis and telepathy in the world. No, there's no need for words, Snake. I'm Psycho Mantis. That's right. This is no trick. It's true power. It's useless, I told you. I can read your every thought. Now, let me read your mind. No, perhaps I should say your past. You are a very methodical man. The type that always kicks his tires before he leaves.
He's assessing my gameplay and how I've played.
You are a highly skilled warrior, well suited to this stealth mission.
Oh, thank you.
You are extremely careful of traps. You are either very cautious, or you are a coward.
Hey, it's a stealth game.
Still don't believe me? Now I'll read more deeply into your soul.
And now he'll read my memory card.
I can see into your mind.
See which Konami games I've played.
So, you like Suikoden?
Breaking the fourth wall.
You have not said often. You are somewhat reckless. I can read you like an open book. The demonstration is over.
This boss is amazing. He's so unique. And at this point, we have to change to port 2. You'd literally jump up, you'd plug your PlayStation controller from port 1 into 2. Because like Mantis said, he can read our minds. If you're still in port 1, he knows exactly where you're going to point your weapon. If you call Colonel Campbell enough times, he suggests that you plug it into port 2. This game did an awful lot of fourth wall breaking, and for 1998 that was pretty unheard of. There were a few games that did it, as well as Metal Gear Solid. you ask most people what they remember from Metal Gear Solid, and usually Psycho Mantis is up there on the list. In the GameCube remake, you have to keep plugging it into all 4 controller ports. It's a great little technique, and as I said, it's extremely memorable. I'm trying to work out where he is. You can, of course, look through his eyes to see where he is, but in the middle of the battle, it's kind of tricky.
Why couldn't I read your mind? You are powerful indeed, but I know your weak point. Meryl, stand right where he can see you and blow your brains out.
Stop! Meryl!
No, it cannot be. No!
He's on the ropes, you've almost got him. Damn it. He's so much faster at this point in the fight. See where he's going to be. Damn it. Got him.
Colonel, your niece is going to be okay.
Thanks, Snake. I owe you one.
Now that Mantis is beaten, Meryl's brainwashing should wear off, right, Naomi?
Yes. But why did you go so far out of your way to save her? For Campbell's sake, or maybe it's because you like her?
I don't want to see any woman die right in front of me.
Oh, really? Since when did anybody's death bother you so much?
Naomi, it's true that Snake has killed a lot of people, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have a heart.
It's okay, Colonel. She's right.
So, you used the other. I wasn't able to read the future.
A strong man doesn't need to read the future. He makes his own.
Perhaps so, but I'll read your future. To get to Metal Gear's underground maintenance base,
telling me this?
I can read people's minds. In my lifetime, I have read the pasts, presents, and futures of thousands upon thousands of men and women.
Oh, gross.
And each mind that I peered into was stuffed with the same single object of obsession. That selfish and atavistic desire to pass on one seed was enough to make me sick. Every living thing on this planet exists to mindlessly pass on their DNA. They're designed that way. And that's why there is war. But you are different. You're the same as us. We have no past, no future. We live in the moment. That's our only purpose. Humans weren't designed to bring each other happiness. From the moment we're thrown into this world, we're fated to bring each other nothing but pain and misery. The first person whose mind I dove into was my father's. I saw nothing but disgust and hatred for me in his heart. My mother died in childbirth, and he despised me for it. I thought my father was going to kill me. That's when my future disappeared. I lost my past as well. When I came to, the village was engulfed in flames.
Are you saying that you burned your village down to bury your past?
I see that you have suffered the same trauma. We are truly the same, you and I. The world is a more interesting place with people like you in it. I never agreed with the boss's revolution. His dreams of world conquest do not interest me. I just wanted an excuse to kill as many people as I could.
You monster.
Let him talk. He doesn't have much time left.
I've seen through evil. You, Snake, you're just like the boss. No, you're worse. Compared to you, I'm not so bad. I read her mind as well.
Meryl's?
I saw you there. You have a large place in her heart.
A large place?
Yes, a large place. But I do not know if your futures lie together. I have a last request.
What is it?
My mask. Put it back on.
Okay.
Like this. Other people's thoughts force their way into my mind. Before I die, I want to be by myself. I want to be left alone in my own world. I'll open the door for you. If you want to find your future, go through that door. This is the first time I've ever used my power to help someone. It's strange. It feels kind of nice.
Let's go, Meryl.
I'm sorry.
Meryl?
How could I let Mantis control my mind like that?
If you're gonna doubt yourself, I'll leave you here.
You're right.
Never doubt yourself. Just let it make you stronger. Learn something from it.
You're right. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. Snake, can I ask you something?
What?
About what Mantis said. I was just wondering.
What? What's the problem now?
Oh, no, nothing. So, tell me, Snake. What's your name? Your real name?
A name means nothing on the battlefield.
How old are you?
Old enough to know what death looks like.
Any family?
No, but I was raised by many people.
Is there anyone you like?
I've never been interested in anyone else's life.
So you are all alone. Just like Mantis said.
Other people just complicate my life. I don't like to get involved.
You're a sad, lonely man.
Come on, let's go.
And the game handily reminds you to plug it back into controller port 1. So again, you see the conflict there between Snake's life and Meryl's life, and the way they view things, and the way they view the world. Just check for ammo. So, I'm gonna head out over the glacier, like you said, we can get to Metal Gear's base. And then we've got to figure out how to destroy it.
Could there be wolves in there?
Wolf dogs. Half wolf, half husky.
How do you know so much?
I ride dog sleds. I'm a musher.
I'll take point. Snake, you follow me.
The classic game trope. Hey, it's dangerous. Let's split up. It's always good to check at this point if you've got night vision goggles, which I haven't got, so I forgot to pick them up. Fortunately, it's pretty easy to navigate here as long as you're fast. And the wolves look cute, but unfortunately they are hostile, so you've got to be very, very quick on your feet. Quicker than that snake. And if you know where you're going, you can get through relatively unscathed. Oh, there we go.
Snake, what's wrong? I thought you were good with dogs.
And there's a great little, I say trick, it's a little thing in the game that a lot of people don't know about. A surprising amount of people don't know about. As Snake, obviously you can hide in cardboard boxes and wander around and keep stealthy. But if you punch Meryl, she'll call one of the wolves to attack you. But if you punch her, and then very quickly get in the box, one of the dogs will pee on the box.
What are you thinking?
And so when you equip the box now, because you smell like a wolf, the wolves are actually friendly to you. I remember reading that in a cheat book when I was about 12 or something, and I remembered it. But a lot of people don't know about it. And here we are at the communications tower.
This place is mine. I'll take point again. Stay back, okay?
But the radar isn't working. And since we can't use the mine detector either...
Leave it to me.
The Claymore mines have stealth camo as well, hence why you can't see them.
So, what do you think? Pretty good, huh?
How did you know where the mines were?
It sounds weird, but when Mantis dove into my mind, I was able to see where the mines were placed. Are you impressed?
Well, a little bit.
Only a little?
At this point you could spend a while walking all around, but as we know from the snowfield earlier, if you crawl over the mines, they don't go off. So you can save a lot of time and make it a lot easier on yourself.
Meryl,
What is it?
Meryl, get down! Meryl!
Snake, leave me and run.
Meryl!
I guess I am a rookie after all.
Don't worry, Meryl. It's me they want.
Even I know that. It's the oldest trick in the book. The sniper's using me for bait to lure you out.
Damn.
Shoot me, Snake.
No.
My gun. I can't reach it by myself.
Don't move.
I promised. I wouldn't slow you down. I can still help. I want to help you.
Quiet down. Save your strength.
I was a fool. I wanted to be a soldier. But war is ugly. There's nothing glamorous about it. Snake, please save yourself. Go on living and don't give up on people. Don't forget me. Now get out of here.
Meryl! Damn. Snake, it's a trap. The sniper's trick to lure you out. The sniper's waiting for you to go and help Meryl, so he can pick you off. Don't do it.
Must be Sniper Wolf, Foxhound's best shooter.
Snipers usually work in pairs, but this one's alone, huh?
I know her. She can wait for hours, days, or weeks. It doesn't matter to her. She's just watching and waiting for you to expose yourself.
Maybe so, but Meryl can't hold out that long.
Snake, can you see Wolf from where you are?
There's nowhere to hide between here and the tower. She must be on the second floor of the tower.
If Wolf is in the communications tower, she can see you perfectly. It's the classic sniper's position. At that distance, you won't be able to hit her with a standard weapon either. You'll need a sniper rifle.
Colonel, take it easy. I'm gonna save Meryl, no matter what it takes.
Okay. Thanks.
What's wrong, Naomi?
Nothing. I'm just surprised you're willing to sacrifice yourself. You got the genes of a soldier, not a savior.
You trying to say that I'm only interested in saving my own skin?
I wouldn't go that far, but
I don't know what the hell my genes look like, and I don't care. I operate on instinct.
like an animal?
I'm going to save Meryl. I don't need an excuse.
Okay.
And I'm not doing it for someone else either. I'm gonna save Meryl for myself. Colonel, don't worry.
Snake, thanks.
I understand. I'm sorry.
So we gotta head back to the armory in the tank hangar. And we gotta get there quick before Meryl dies. Fortunately, we got the cardboard box that we can use, so the wolves are going to be friendly to us. It's a little slower, but it works. There's a couple of points in the game where there's a little bit of backtracking like this, but there aren't many. And the payoff is always good for the time that you take to go back to get something or do something. Just checking there's no ammo. Because we've got the higher card now, we can get into a couple of doors up here. Because to fight Sniper Wolf, we don't just need a sniper rifle, we need diazepam as well. Because otherwise trying to aim at her, your hands get very, very shaky. So of course in real life I believe diazepam is like a muscle relaxant. So again the game's using a little bit of fact here as well to help. Ah, those genome soldiers and their superior eyesight sensors. There we go, diazepam. There are the night vision goggles. You can get thermal goggles as well in the tank hangar. That guy ran for the toilet, I guess he really needed it. Of course on this floor I can't use any weapons because of the nuclear warheads, so I have to be very, very cautious. Fortunately, a lot of the ammo respawns, so it's not too much of a chore to get through. The cardboard boxes work interestingly as well because you get these trucks throughout the game. There are 3 of them, and depending which box you have, you can get in the truck in the box, and the guards will drive you to whatever label is on the box, just like a standard delivery around the base. So it helps you cover distance if you want to go back and unlock doors later on. That ration while I'm here. In the remake there is a tranquilizer sniper rifle that you can find a little bit closer to the boss fight, so you don't have to do as much backtracking in that, which is cool. Since we've been here last they've installed these new cameras, so you've now got to be extra cautious about these. Plus of course there are still mines around. So we have to make sure we keep a close eye on the mine detector. And back to the tank hangar. We're going to go to the armory. It's a long way back. Of course, if you don't know where the sniper rifle is, you can call your teammates, or you can call Otacon, ask him where it is. So, there's so much dialogue in this game. It is brilliant. Just to make sure we keep a close eye on the mine detector. And back to the tank hangar. We're going to go to the armory. It's a long way back. Of course, if you don't know where the sniper rifle is, you can call Otacon, ask him where it is. So, there's so much dialogue in this game. It is brilliant. You can ask anyone about anything pretty much, and they all have their own responses. It was one of the first games, I think, that included like really, really substantial use of voice acting and dialogue. And that was the great thing about it coming to a console of the PlayStation, because you just couldn't have done it on other systems. Metal Gear Solid was one of the first games, I believe, that came on 2 CDs. And it's not half and half, it's literally the last quarter of the game is on CD2. But most of that is all just packed with all this brilliant dialogue. Oh, wrong floor. I don't mind getting a little bit trigger happy with the cycle. There's plenty of ammo around. Again, you can use the cigarettes here if you choose to. Otherwise you just get the ammo.
You got a PSG-1. You can use that against Sniper Wolf. Hurry up and save Meryl.
Ah, crap. Hide somewhere. Damn it. It's added pressure, you know, you get a little bit sloppy sometimes. Right, I think I might have to be a little naughty and use snake cigarettes here. I think that was a little unfair. I mean, how are you supposed to turn around in a place like this? There we go. Let's grab anything else we can. We got some C4. Nikitas were full, that's good. That's an interesting thing in Metal Gear Solid I haven't actually done yet. You can knock on walls to lure guards and then wait for them. Apparently Hideo Kojima said that he based that on something that happens in the film The Guns of Navarone. He's a very big self-confessed film buff, and a lot of them influenced Metal Gear Solid. For example, the character Snake Plissken in Escape from New York influenced Snake and Big Boss in some ways. But also names like Dr. Naomi Hunter is the name of one of the people in 2001: A Space Odyssey, which is Kojima's, I believe it's Kojima's favourite film. So he always wanted to be a film director, and you can tell that because a lot of his games have such deep, rich narratives and such well-developed characters that you can see that was really what he wanted to do. But he ended up in game design, and he brought a lot of his cinematic flair and ideas to that, so that's why he's considered a gaming auteur, one of the few gaming auteurs, because his style is so unique. massive risk going across there. Right, we got the PSG-1. Let's head back and get Meryl out of there. Fortunately, some nice member of the staff turned off this laser hallway here, so we don't have to keep dodging the lasers every time we go back through. I think the mines respawn, so let's get out the old mine detector. Oh yes, they do. There we go. Of course, the great thing about the claymores, as I did last time, is if you crawl over them, you can pick them up, so you can even use them against bosses and enemies if you want. I've never really found much use for the claymores though, because of course they require strategy, they require planning, and this is one of those games where, because you're encouraged to avoid the enemy, it kind of is often easier to just try and sneak past them rather than try and like lay traps for them. How are we doing for health after that little skirmish? Yeah, we're good. It's especially tense on this floor, obviously, because you know that if the enemies see you, the place gets sealed off and flooded with gas, so you can't just fight your way out because you can't even use weapons. In some of the later games, the AI of the guards was upped considerably, so the guards would actually hear footsteps, so you'd have to be very, very cautious about where you were walking and what shoes you were wearing and things like that. So again, it was quite often easier just to lure a guard somewhere than it was to try and sneak past them. There's Pam, check if there's any more goodies to grab. It's one of those games you rarely run out of ammo, but when you're passing through areas like this, I always think it's good to check because, you know, waste not, want not and all that. Yep, Nikita missiles we are good for. I believe there's some grenades. Stun grenades, brilliant. Guys coming out of the toilet. Oh, that's close. That guard is always in the toilet. He's one of those ones you can use the C4 and just stick it to their back. Wait till they walk over to their mates and then detonate it. The guards in this game, for all their sort of negative points, they were some of those time where you could actually sort of mess with them and you could kind of manipulate them, and so a lot of people enjoyed that. It's when you're out in the snow for the first time and the guard sees your footprints and starts following them, like no one expected that, so this game did a lot of things first. There we go, doggies like the box. Otherwise it would just be a crazy mad dash every single time you wanted to get through. Right, we got PSG-1, we got PSG-1 bullets, and we got Pam. So let's go take her out. She is. to watch for her breath. You can see her breath in the cold air. Got her. That was pretty easy compared to how she normally is. Of course, they've moved Meryl. She's gone since we got here. So we don't know if she's still alive or if she's just been captured.
Snake, wouldn't now be a good time to save your mission? You haven't saved your mission in a long time anyway, right?
What's going on?
I'm not sure. I'm getting a bad feeling.
Bad feeling. Something you ate?
No, I'm serious. Like a premonition or something.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Snake, it's all up to you.
If you call this mailing to save your game sort of periodically, because she's from China, she'll give you the odd Chinese proverb or something to motivate you or something to think about. And again, that was quite unique. It wasn't just a case of save your game. It was a case of save your game and think about something or learn something. See blood trails, so Sniper Wolf got away. Let's follow them, see where she went.
Don't move!
It's hard to miss when you're this close. Toss your weapon over here. Slowly. You are a fool to come back here. Stupid man.
A lady sniper, huh?
Didn't you know that 2/3 of the world's greatest assassins are women? Do you want to die now? Or after your female friend? Which will it be?
I'll die after I kill you.
Is that right? Well, at least you've got spirit. I am Sniper Wolf, and I always kill what I aim at. Oh, you're my special prey. Got it. I've left my mark on you. I won't forget it. Until I kill you. You're all I think about.
Take him away.
You think that'll be game over, but nope, the villains never kill the hero. Not while there's more story.
Yes, it's my target. Mine.
Hear me, Solid Snake?
He's tougher than I thought.
Do you know who I am? I always knew that one day I would meet you. The man who stole what was rightly mine. The man who stole my birthright. Me? I'm the man you stole everything good from. And now, after the sacrifice of our brothers, after 30 long years, finally, the two of us meet. The brother of light and the brother of dark.
Forget it. Your body is strapped down tight.
Do you need his DNA too?
Yes. I want a sample while he's still alive. We need it to correct the genome soldier's mutations.
Then we'll be able to cure them?
No. We still have to get our hands on Big Boss's DNA.
Have they given in to our demands yet?
Not yet.
They won't give in. They're all hypocrites, every one of them.
Is that your opinion as a Kurd?
They always put politics first.
That's right. That's why they want to avoid any leak about their precious new nuclear weapon.
Boss, it looks like our friend is awake.
There definitely is a resemblance, don't you think, little brother? Or should I say, big brother? I'm not sure. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You and I are both the last surviving sons of Big Boss. It's me. Really? Then what? Ugh, those idiots! All right, Raven. I'll be right there. They're not responding to our demands. We launched the first one in 10 hours as planned.
Damn Americans.
Looks like you read them wrong.
Something's funny. Normally the Americans are the first ones to the negotiating table. They must think they've got something up their sleeves.
So it's come down to it, has it? We're going to launch that nuke and ride it all the way into history.
I've got to take care of some launch preparations. You're in charge here, Ocelot.
What about you? Want to stay for the show?
I'm not interested. It's time to feed the family.
So you prefer your wolves to my show, huh?
Ocelot, don't screw up like you did with the chief.
Yes, I know. That was an accident. I didn't think a pencil pusher like him would be so tough.
Well, his mental defenses were reinforced by hypnotherapy.
Boss, what about that ninja?
He's killed 12 men. Whoever he is, he's some kind of lunatic.
Bastard took my hand. How could he have gotten in here?
Perhaps there's a spy among us. Mantis is dead. We've also got to find out what killed Baker, an octopus. We're short-handed, so make this little torture show of yours as short as possible.
Torture? This is an interrogation.
As you wish. See you later, brother.
Your woman is still in this world.
Meryl.
Catch you later, handsome.
Once she picks a target, she doesn't think about anything else. Sometimes she even falls in love with them before she kills them. Finally, just the two of us. How are you feeling?
Not bad. Caught a nice nap on this revolving bed of yours. Too bad I was sleeping alone.
Glad to hear that. This is some bed, all right. I'm about to show you some of its nicer features.
Where are my things?
Oh, don't worry. They're all there. Washington was taking quite a chance sending you here. Someone must have had a lot of faith in your skill, huh, carrier boy?
So, Metal Gear's armed with a new type of nuclear warhead, huh?
Why don't you go ask Campbell for the full story?
Colonel.
By the way, you got an optical disc from President Baker, didn't you?
What if I did?
Is that the only disc? There's no other data?
What do you mean?
There's no copy? Not. It's fine.
Is Meryl okay?
She's not dead yet. Wolf must have been feeling generous. But if you want her to stay that way, you better start answering my questions right now. You were holding one card key. Where are the other two? What's the trick behind that key?
Trick?
That weasel of a president said there's some kind of trick to using the key.
Hell if I know.
I see. No problem then. We're going to play a game, Snake. We'll find out what kind of man you really are. When the pain becomes too great to bear, just give up and your suffering will end. But if you do, the girl's life is mine. Press the circle button repeatedly to regain your strength. When you've had enough, press the select button to submit. When your life reaches 0, the game is over. There are no continues, my friend. Don't even think about using auto-fire, or I'll know. I'm going to run a high-voltage electric current through your body. If it's just for a short time, it won't kill you. You're a tough guy, Snake. But I've got some bad news for you. You're no POW. You're a hostage. There's no Geneva Convention. No one is coming to save you. Starting to feel a little scared. Good. You should be. Okay. Let's get started.
So here we go, the infamous torture sequence. We have to hammer the circle
here
button.
we go.
And you press select to give up. It does affect the story here. So the idea being that you don't want to you don't want to lose because you won't get to continue.
How did you like that? Shall we go again? Had enough yet? We're not finished yet.
You win.
Had enough. So, you're human after all. The torture will stop as I promised. But I'll take the woman in return. I'll have my fun with her before I kill her.
Meryl.
I hope you can still look at yourself in the mirror, my friend.
Looks like I got a roommate. The DARPA chief? What a stench.
Damn, I caught a cold. That witch, she took my clothes.
By that you probably realise this is the soldier that Meryl knocked out when you first met her. She stole his uniform.
Shut up in there, will ya? Shut up! Shut up in there, will ya?
It's strange, you can see the DARPA chief's literally starting to rot. But he only died, well, a couple of hours ago. In game. So that's very strange. And there is no way we can get out of this cell. We haven't got weapons, equipment, or anything.
Snake, are you okay?
I've been better.
How's Meryl?
Snake, the government has decided not to give in to their demands. We're trying to buy some more time.
Come on, Colonel. Why don't you stop playing dumb? I'm sorry about Meryl, but I want the lies to end now.
What are you talking about?
Metal Gear was designed to launch a new type of nuclear warhead, wasn't it? You knew it all along, didn't you? Why did you try to hide it?
I'm sorry.
Can't tell the grunts, huh? You've changed a lot. Metal Gear, secret advanced nuclear weapons research. Does the White House know about this? How deep does it go?
As far as I know, as of yesterday, the president had not been briefed about the Rex project.
Need-to-know basis, is that the idea?
These are sensitive times. Even subcritical nuclear tests are causing quite a stir.
Plausible deniability, huh?
Yes. And tomorrow, the president and his Russian counterpart are scheduled to sign the START 3 Accord.
I get it. That's the reason for the deadline.
That's right, Snake. And that's why we can't let this terrorist attack go public.
We still haven't even ratified START 2 or dealt with the issue of TMDs. This has to do with the president's reputation and America's place as the dominant superpower.
So patriotism is your excuse for circumventing the Constitution?
Please, Snake, just stop them.
Why should I?
Because you're the only one who can.
In that case, tell me the truth about this new type of nuclear warhead.
I told you before, I don't know the details.
I don't believe you. If the situation is so serious, why don't you give in to their demands? Let them have Big Boss's remains.
You see...
Or is there some reason that you can't do that? Something you haven't told me about?
Publicly, the president has been very vocal in his opposition to eugenics experiments. We don't want the existence of the genome army to go public.
And that's the only reason? Huh. Hell with you.
I'm sorry.
The corpse of the DARPA chief is lying right here next to me.
Oh, man.
But it's strange. He looks and smells like he's been dead for days. All his blood's been drained out, too.
Drained?
Maybe to slow down decomposition?
I have no idea.
But the chief only died a few hours ago, right?
Right. But he's already started to decompose.
What could it all be about?
Something in his blood that they wanted?
I doubt it. Just the nanomachines in the transmitter.
Did the chief tell them his detonation code?
I'm afraid so. It looks like they've got both codes and are nearly ready to launch.
Damn. Is there any way to prevent it?
It seems that there's some type of emergency override device that can cancel out the detonation code. It's a countermeasure that Arms Tech installed secretly. You have to unlock it with 3 special card keys.
And where are those keys?
I've got one of them. I don't know where the other 2 are. Besides, I'm locked up here.
We've got no choice. Forget about the keys. Your top priority now is to destroy Metal Gear itself. Sorry to have to lay it all in your lap, but you're all I've got. Bust out of there and get to the communications tower.
Neighbor, please talk to me. Say something to take my mind off the pain.
What can I say?
Anything.
I'm not a very good talker.
Please. Tell me about yourself.
Myself. That's a tough one.
Any family?
That's not a happy topic for me.
I don't have any family. No. Wait. There was a man who said he was my father.
Where is he?
Dead. By my own hand.
Big Boss.
What? Big Boss? I had no idea.
There was no way you could. It happened in Zanzibar 6 years ago. Only Snake and I know the real truth of what happened there.
So, is it true? Was Big Boss really your father?
That's what he said. That's all I know.
And you were able to kill him, knowing that?
Yup.
How?
Wanted it. Besides, some people just need killing.
That's patricide.
Yup. That's the trauma that Mantis was talking about. One we share in common.
Is that why you left Foxhound?
Let's just say that I needed to be alone for a while. Alaska was the perfect place.
Snake. I didn't have a real family either. Just a big brother who put me through school. We weren't even blood related, and he was much older than me.
Where is he?
He's dead.
I'm sorry.
Snake, is there a woman in your life?
After you've been through as many wars as me, it's hard to trust anyone.
Friends?
Roy Campbell.
You're still calling me friend?
Is that it?
No. There was another. Frank Yeager.
What?
Big Boss's most trusted lieutenant, and the only member of Foxhound ever to receive the code name Fox. Gray Fox.
I learned a lot from him.
But didn't you try to kill each other?
It's true. We did, in Zanzibar. But it was nothing personal. We were just professionals on opposite sides, that's all.
And you still call yourself friends?
Hard to believe. War is no reason to end a friendship.
That's insane.
I first met him on the battlefield. He was being held a prisoner of outer heaven, but he didn't look like a prisoner to me. He was always so cool and precise. I was still green, and he showed me the ropes.
You knew him well?
No. We never talked about our personal lives. Sort of an unwritten rule. The next time I saw him on the battlefield, we were enemies. We were fighting barehanded in a minefield. I know it sounds strange to most people, but we were just two soldiers doing our jobs. It's like a sport.
Men in their games. You're like wild animals.
You're right. We are animals.
So if you were friends, then how do you explain the ninja's behavior?
I don't know.
It's your genes. They make you predisposed towards violence.
You really like talking about genes, Naomi. Why did you get into genetic research anyway?
I never knew who my parents were, or even what they looked like. I guess I got into genetics because I wanted to figure out why I am the way I am.
So you studied about DNA?
Yeah. I thought if I studied my genetic structure, I'd find out who I really was. I thought that by analyzing a person's genetic information, I could retrieve the blank spots in that person's memory.
Memory is stored in DNA?
We're not sure, but we know that a person's genetic fate is determined just by the sequence of the 4 bases in their DNA.
So what about my fate? You know my DNA sequence, don't you?
Your fate? I'm sorry, I have no idea.
Of course not. You're a scientist, not a fortune teller.
That's always been one of my favourite codec sequences there because you get a hell of a lot of story. Snake, Big Boss, Frank Yeager, they recap quite a lot of story from Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2. The games before this one. This god reappears in the series a couple of times with this repeating problem. So yeah, Snake and Naomi, they're talking a lot about the backstory of the game. As I said, this one does a really, really good job of recapping the previous 2 games if people haven't played them. Perhaps one day they'll remake them, I don't know. And somebody has come to visit.
Hey, I'm here.
Where?
Good old Otacon.
It's me.
Otacon.
Wow, they even capture you.
Hurry, get me out of here.
Let me go. That hurts.
Hurry up.
Is that how you ask a guy a favor? Let me go. Jeez, it's like an animal's cage. Oh, what a smell.
Because of him.
Yeah, it's the Derpa Chief.
You don't hurry up and get me out of here, I'll be laying next to him.
Those bastards. This lock won't open with a security card. You need a key like the soldiers carry.
So what are you doing here then?
I thought you might be hungry. If you need more food, I can bring some more later. Also, I got you this level 6 card. It'll get you out of that torture room. Here, take this too.
What's this?
It's a handkerchief. I got it from Sniper Wolf.
Why?
I don't know why, but she's nice to me.
Sounds like Stockholm Syndrome to me.
I was taking care of the dogs here. After the terrorists took over, they were planning to shoot all the dogs. But Sniper Wolf stopped them. She even let me feed them when I asked. She likes dogs. She must be a good person. Please don't hurt her.
Wake up, you idiot. She's the one who shot Meryl.
Well, That's all I can do.
They're planning to launch a nuke. I've got to stop them.
Then you have to get past the communications tower.
First, you have to get me out of here.
Come on, I'm trying my best.
That guard's got the key. You'll have to take him out.
Give me a break. I'm no soldier. I can't take anybody out.
You have to.
I'll be killed. Oh, jeez. He's coming back. See you later.
Wait.
There's a couple of ways we can get out of here now. The way that most people do it is to use the catch-up that Otacon just gave us. Thing is, if you grab the guard, if you interact with him, you can catch his cold. So it's best to try and escape. That was pretty easy. Poor guy. So now we're going to have to head back to the communications towers where Snake was originally captured. If we can get over those, we can get to the base where Metal Gear is being stored, because as Campbell said, the mission now is to stop Metal Gear itself, because then the terrorists can't launch their nukes. Throw a bit of chaff. The camera can't spot us. Back here again. We met the DARPA chief, only this time there's a few extra cameras. So once again, we got a long trek back across the snowfield. It's interesting hearing the stories in the cell, where of course Naomi wasn't aware that the big boss told Snake that he's his father. And the fact that they fought hand to hand, and Snake's views on war and battle, and how even killing the man who said he was his father was something that Snake was prepared to do, because he was an enemy, and that overruled any personal feelings he might have. And of course, from what you see of the game, Snake isn't a particularly interpersonal person. He's all about the mission. He's all about getting the job done. And so when you have the characters around him like Naomi and Meryl questioning his motives and his ethics, it just creates a great conflict between people. And I just don't think really many games, even today, have that level of characterization. I mean, conflict's important in every story, it's what makes things interesting, but this game just did it so well. This game and its sequels, I should say. It's an absolutely brilliant series. People keep talking about a remake of this game, or can we have a remake, and of course they forget there is already a remake on the GameCube. And it's interesting. It's one of those remakes that is like, you know, almost word for word, shot for shot, the same, just with an updated engine. It just doesn't have the same soul. It just doesn't have the same feelings to it. And that's interesting, that you can literally carbon copy something, and it just isn't as good. If you attack the guard in the cell, this is the point where Snake might start sneezing. So I was very aware of that. I didn't want to fight him. got Snake knowing that the ninja is his old teammate Frank Yeager, Grey Fox. You wonder what his personal feelings are there as well. He thought Frank died after they fought in Zanzibar, and yet he's come back to challenge him again, so Snake's suddenly confronted on the mission by all these things about his past. There's the cold medicine, just in case we caught a cold, which I don't think we have. I haven't seen Snake sneeze yet, so he should be right. Go. As it's always nice just to quickly stop by on your way through here and just make sure you've grabbed a few bits. The game's quite good at giving you ammo if you need it. But again, I believe in waste not, want not. No, we're all good, we got everything we need. Now the handkerchief that Otacon gave us is interesting because it basically does the same job as that box does. See, it smells of Sniper Wolf. So if you equip the handkerchief, the wolves will act friendly towards you because you smell like she does. So if you didn't know about the box trick, you'd have to wait until you escaped from the torture cell before you could get the wolves to be friendly towards you. This game's full of little tricks like that. I remember reading like a guide back when I was a kid, and I hadn't played Metal Gear Solid at that point, so reading all about, you know, tapping on the walls to lure guards over to open a door, things like that. There was all these things. I remember reading it thinking, you know, damn, this game is really advanced. No game like it at the time.
Save your strength.
I was a fool. I wanted to be a soldier. But war is ugly. There's nothing glamorous about it. Snake, please save yourself. Go on living and don't give up on people. Don't forget me.
Snake, about Meryl.
Colonel, I'm sorry.
Listen to me.
I wasn't able to protect her.
Snake, it's okay. You did what you could. Now, let it rest.
Colonel.
She joined up of her own free will. I'm sure she was prepared for this.
No. You're wrong. Meryl thought she had to become a soldier. Thought it was the only way. She said she thought it would bring her closer to her dead father.
She said that?
She wasn't ready for real combat. I shouldn't have pushed her so hard. It's all my fault.
That's not like you, Snake.
Master, what is it?
Sorry for eavesdropping, but I just couldn't listen anymore.
Master.
Snake, you can have regrets if you want to. It's only natural. But you can't keep attacking yourself for things that happened in the past. That road leads to madness. Believe me.
He's right. Don't kick yourself. It doesn't suit a legend like you. And besides that, for all we know, Meryl's okay, right?
Mei Ling.
Snake, forget about Meryl. Stop Liquid. That's what Meryl would want too.
You're right. Meryl would say the same thing.
Snake.
What?
Meryl. She's pretty special to you, huh?
Yes, she's special. There aren't many women like her around.
That's not what I meant.
She's the Colonel's niece and a combat buddy.
Is that all? Come on.
This is like a police interrogation.
No, I just...
I guess it's in the genes.
The genes? What are you talking about, Colonel?
No, I just remembered about Naomi's grandfather. I think Naomi said he rose as high as assistant secretary in the FBI during Edgar Hoover's time.
Is that right?
Yes. Yes, he was Japanese, and he became a special undercover investigator to nab the mafia.
When was that?
Oh, sometime in the 50s, I guess.
Where?
New York, I think.
Naomi, I thought you didn't have any family.
Well, I researched it after I became an adult. My grandfather was already dead by the time I learned about him. I never even had the chance to meet him.
Oh.
Snake, good luck.
Watch your back, Snake.
Snake's old teammate Miller, you can see he's very suspicious of people. Not that he's met Naomi, they haven't met each other. The Colonel, Mayling and Naomi, they're all working together, but obviously Miller is elsewhere, just providing support. So now we're back here, going into the communications tower. This is another great area that appeared in Metal Gear 2, the one before this. They managed to include it. One of those areas they sort of did a semi-remake of. Something's jamming the radar as well, so it's hard to see. Right, it's gonna be a long sprint, let's do this. Just this onslaught of stairs after stairs after stairs. I'm hoping you got enough ammo by the time you reach the top. Section. If I had to pick a worst section of this brilliant game, it would be this one. There is a glitch someone discovered, I think it was only last year, that allows you to cut the section in half, but I haven't even tried it, I haven't really looked into it. So for now it's just the old-fashioned way. Guards do keep respawning as well, so unfortunately you can't just stand around and kill them all. You have to just keep moving, keep running and gunning. You have to feather the trigger, keep it on just enough to take the guy out, so you don't waste ammo and you don't waste time. Some ammo, keep moving. Nice. was a guy on YouTube, I forget who it was, he tried to do the whole game without actually walking, so he spent the whole time crawling pretty much. And he actually managed to crawl up the stairs and then do the glitch. And didn't take a single step the entire game. Because otherwise he'd have been crawling up this. And it would have been impossible. As I said, this onslaught is relentless. You can get a few grouped together. It's not too bad. Whew, made it. So we get to the top of the communication tower, we've got to get down the other side, and then it's onto the base where Metal Gear is being held. So there it is, the door on the other side. Over the walkway, and we're there. No, that's simple.
Damn! Snake!
I'm afraid I can't let you get past here.
Liquid.
You're not going any farther. Die!
It's a long way down. If I had a rope, I should be able to use that rope I got.
What are you going to do? Take on a hind with your bare hands? Now you're mine!
If I stay here, I'm finished.
Thank God I grabbed the rope when I came into the building. Otherwise, you'd have to run back down and grab it.
Here's how to repel. Press the X button to jump away from the wall. While you're away from the wall, press down on the directional button to drop down. If you jump while pressing right or left on the directional button, you can make a big jump in that direction. If you press and hold the circle button while using the directional button, you can walk slowly across the wall. If you're careful with the timing, you should be able to dodge the gunfire from behind while you rappel down. If anyone can do it, you can, Snake.
Snake has fought Hind before in Metal Gear 2, which Liquid doesn't seem to notice. It's a fiddly section, trying to avoid all the steam pipes. It's interesting as well how the Colonel calls, he says to use the X button. Of course, a lot of people, myself included, note that the PlayStation buttons are shapes, and X is a letter, not a shape. So it is an X button on an Xbox controller because they're letters, or a Super Nintendo controller because they're letters. But a lot of people always just call it X, even people in PlayStation games. Right, so we escaped the helicopter. Or just to get caught out by these guys. If you do the glitch I mentioned in the communications tower, you come through this door, so you actually skip that whole section. So it's a great one for speedrunners. I, however, am not speedrunning this brilliant game because it's more fun to play it. I wonder. Let's give it a try. How nice of them just to let it come. They didn't try and shoot it down or anything. There must be. No one can take 2 missiles to the face and still be running about. Yes. Well, credit to those guys, they were pretty tough. And he's back. And now we have the Stinger missile launcher. Which is the most powerful weapon in the game. Blocked. Video game logic, Snake can't climb over that. Maybe we can take the elevator down. This one isn't working. Oh, it looks like we're taking the stairs. Is the point where the game slows down. The communication tower stairs. Again, someone discovered a glitch failure recently to skip a lot of it, but I'm not glitching. I'm just playing this game because it's great.
Damn.
He could climb down there, but yeah, game logic dictates that he can't. Oh, that'll take even longer.
Don't shoot! It's me, don't shoot! It's me, Snake!
RedKazan, how'd you get here?
It wasn't as dramatic as your entrance, believe me. I'm afraid of heights.
You were watching?
Yeah, I was watching. I was riding in the back of their truck. Thanks to the stealth camouflage.
How did you get up here?
The elevator, of course.
The first floor of the circular staircase was destroyed.
That's why I took the elevator.
The elevator was working?
Yeah, that's right. You're incredible. Like a movie hero or something.
No, you're wrong. In the movies, the hero always saves the girl.
You mean Meryl? Sorry. Forget I said anything. Snake, there's something I've really got to ask you. It's why I followed you up this far. Have you ever loved someone?
That's what you came to ask?
No, I mean, I was wondering if even soldiers fall in love.
What are you trying to say?
I want to ask you. Do you think love can bloom, even on a battlefield?
Yeah, I do. I think at any time, any place, people can fall in love with each other. But if you love someone, you have to be able to protect them.
I think so too.
I have a favor to ask.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry, it'll be easy.
I told you before I don't want to hurt anyone.
I don't want you to either.
Okay.
The elevator is stopped down there. I want you to get it to move. You see?
That's weird.
It was working before, but now it isn't.
Maybe the panel's broken.
Can you fix it?
It was working before. If it's the mechanism, leave it to me.
I've got to go and swat a noisy fly.
Okay. I'll stay here and hold the fort. Good luck.
You really look like hell. Are you okay?
Don't worry. If I do this, it doesn't matter. I just pretend like I'm not here, and then I'm not scared.
Strange logic. I'm counting on you.
I love how in this game they tried to emulate the look of the Predator from the Predator movies, with the way they make the kind of the light bending effect, the stealth camera. It's very cool. So RedKazan's going to sort the elevator out. Again, like Meryl, he provides a very human perspective on the situation. He's not a soldier, he's not a hero. Now we're going to try and get up this tower as quickly as possible. Time it right, you can dodge all these cameras. Of course, chaff is a real thing in real life. It doesn't quite work the same this way. But on the series, they did use weapon experts as well to make sure that the handling of the weapons, the look of the weapons, the sound of the weapons was as authentic as possible. Which is good. It's a nice eye for detail. It's interesting how Snake's dialogue mirrors Liquid Snake's dialogue. At the start, the Colonel said that 2 F-16 planes had taken off and headed over to the base. And Liquid got in the helicopter and said, "I'm going to swat down a couple of bothersome flies." And Snake called him a noisy fly as well. So you have a single man taking on a battle helicopter with his bare hands. But again, as Solid Snake says, it's not the first time he's done a lot of this before, which is why they got him for the mission. Right, the next boss fight. Let's do this.
So, the snakes finally come out of this home. Are you ready now, my brothers?
Why are you calling me brother? Who the hell are you?
I'm you. I'm your shadow.
What?
Ask the father that you killed. I'll send you to hell to meet him.
The Hind can deal some serious damage. So you have to get a shot off and run straight back into hiding again.
Nothing.
You try and lead the target and get away quickly. You can use the stereo sound of the speakers to hear where he is when he goes out of sight. And it's interesting, if you use a mono TV, you set the sound to mono. When you ask Campbell and the others for help, they'll tell you to listen to which direction the sound's coming out of the speakers. And then they'll comment on Snake using a monotone TV, and they'll all sort of have a laugh at, you know, it's like, wow, it's 1998, why have you still got a mono TV? Little details like that they just throw in to add to the experience. As I said before, it's details that you just don't see in games today. Not want to be out in the open. I think deals some serious damage. Thank you. Oh crap. In most of the Metal Gear Solid games, there's usually a helicopter or a flying vehicle of some kind of fight, but for most people this is the best one. This is where you could use the sound direction in your speakers to figure out where he is, but I tend to just look down and just track him. Ah, crap. Can't try and track him, see where he, there we go. It is a little confusing. We went all the way up the stairs because we were going to go across the bridge to this tower and then down this tower to get to the snowfield, which leads to the base. But of course we got to the top, Liquid blew up the connecting bridge, so we had to go all the way back down again, across a different bridge. We're going to take out the helicopter and then Otacon should get the elevator working, so we can get down to the snowfield. So I hope all that makes sense. It is a little confusing as you're watching it. There's just lots and lots of running. And that is why it's always good to have a wet ration equipped, just in case a stray bullet clips. Six missiles, that should be enough. Don't waste any shots. Got it. Shit.
That takes care of the cremation.
What a great boss battle. There's another thing about this title that so many people remember, the bosses.
Snake, the elevator's working.
You fixed it?
No, that's the weird thing. It just moved by itself. It's headed your way now.
Is that so? Okay.
That explosion before, what was it?
Oh, I had to take out that helicopter.
Helicopter? That's incredible, Snake.
Listen, I just want to make sure again. This is the way to get to where Metal Gear is being stored?
Yeah. The entrance to the underground maintenance base is towards the back of the snowfield ahead.
Okay. Find a safe place to hide out for a while. I'm going underground.
I know. You don't have to tell me.
And stay out of my way. Don't try to be a hero or anything.
Okay. Call me if you need to.
So again, just to clear things up, this is where the connection bridge was. So where we used the rope is that section over there. So we were going to walk across here and go down there. But thanks to Liquid Snake blowing up the dish at the bridge, we had to take a detour. Hence all the stairs climbing and descending. But he's out of the picture, so let's go. Get to the base where Metal Gear is. The trip back down is a little easier than the trip on the way up. We've still got those security cameras to worry about. Just checking for rations. As you can see, the hind deals a lot of damage. Got chaff, yeah, should be right. Again, if you can time your chaff sort of throws properly, generally you're okay, you can get past unscathed. You can use Stinger missiles as well, but again, you've really got to save those for bosses, so I wouldn't want to use them on cameras that I'm only going to have to get past once or twice. That's strange. Oh well, down to the first floor.
Snake, there's something I forgot to tell you before.
What?
There were 5 stealth camouflage prototypes in my lab.
Yeah, so?
If you take out the one I'm wearing, that leaves 4.
Hey, this isn't first grade math class.
I thought I'd get one for you. So I went back to the lab and
Yeah?
the 4 suits were missing. Also, about the elevator that I checked out, it's really strange. It was like someone was intentionally holding it.
When you were riding on it, did the weight limit warning go off?
That's another thing that bothered me about it. The warning went off, and I know I couldn't be over the limit.
How much do you weigh?
About 135, but that elevator had a weight limit of 650 pounds.
It would take at least 5 people to go over that limit.
Look out, Snake! The guys who stole my stealth prototypes are in there with you!
Oh crap.
Too late, Snake. Now die.
That's yet another part of Metal Gear 2 that they reused. You have a fight in an elevator with 4 soldiers, and in the original game they were known as Ultra Box. Oh, right, we made it. There were the destroyed stairs. And it's interesting the game gives you some bullets for the sniper rifle at this point. That'll be an indicator of what's coming. More chaff grenades. to my knowledge, in real life, chaff are kind of white hot shards, I believe. And what they're designed to do is they're designed to confuse radar or missile tracking. You see it in some films where a missile, say, is fired at a plane. The plane releases a big cloud of chaff, and because of the heat, it draws the missile away from the plane and it goes after the chaff instead. In this game, chaff is used almost to kind of run interference with electronic devices, but I'm not entirely sure that's how chaff works in real life. I did see that come. Talking about chaff so much, I underestimated how long that chaff would last. Oh boy. I thought that one grenade would let me go down the whole corridor, but obviously not. Right, let's try that again. Oh, made it. And now we're at the snowfield. Metal Gear's base is just across.
Snake, are you okay?
Otacon, were there any other stealth prototypes?
No, there were only 5.
So, this isn't stealth camouflage then.
What are you talking about?
Someone's aiming at me in the middle of this blizzard.
It's her!
Wolf? Sniper Wolf?
Yes, it's her. It's definitely her.
Otacon, you sound like you're happy.
No, I'm not.
So then what is it?
Snake, please don't kill her.
Are you insane?
Please. She's a good person. You'd know that if you talked to her.
Listen to me, kid. She's a merciless killer.
I can see you perfectly from here. I told you, I'd never quit the hunt. Now you're mine.
Wolf, no, you can't.
Don't get between a wolf and its prey.
You're pretty good if you can hit me in this storm.
You see, women naturally make better soldiers.
Wolf, don't do this.
Snake, I'm near. Can't you sense me near you?
It's a mistake for a sniper to reveal her location.
Is that right? Well, I'm going to send you a love letter, my dear. Do you know what that is? It's a bullet straight from my gun to your heart.
Please, Wolf. Snake, no!
Quiet! Don't get in our way.
Now I'm gonna pay you back for Meryl.
You men are so weak. You could never finish what you start.
Once again, we got a boss battle, and you can snipe Wolf. However, it's a little bit cheap, but it also gives you a use for this weapon, because aside from taking out the electrical floor, you don't really ever use the Nikita missile launcher in this game, whereas all the other weapons have like pretty good effective techniques against bosses. So it's a good way to stay out of harm, and also just a fun way to use Nikita. And the less you maneuver a Nikita missile, the faster it flies. In the top left you can see the fuel gauge. So they have limited fuel. They use the Nikita again in Metal Gear Solid 2. quite good effect. But again, it doesn't really have that much effective use in battles. Aside from this one. As it's a little cheap, but it does mean that Wolf will never get a shot on you. But again, for speedrunners, it's very, very slow. And so if you're a speedrunner, you would use the PSG one. Actually, that's certain. The draw distance to the PlayStation, as you can see, it's not very far. But of course, in a scene like this, it works because you are in a blizzard at night. So, with everything being hidden in the darkness, it just makes it look really effective. And as I've said before, this widescreen mod is just brilliant. You get a much, much better view of the game. Some games of the era, like the Crash Bandicoot games, were very, very well optimized, so anything that would be off the screen on the left and right isn't rendered. And that's just to make sure the engine can handle the polygons more effectively. With Metal Gear Solid, you've got this great widescreen view, and nothing's rendered out or cropped out or anything. It looks brilliant. I mean, this is the way that it should be played, I think. Widescreen doesn't diminish the game at all. And who knows, maybe we'll get another remake one day on the PS5 like people are all demanding.
Waited for this moment. I am a sniper. Waiting is my job. Never moving a muscle. Concentrating. I am long shot. You cannot save me. Please. Just finish me quick. I am a Kurd. I have always dreamed of a peaceful place like this.
Kurd. So that's why you're called Wolf.
I was born on the battlefield. Raised on the battlefield. Gunfire, sirens, and screams. They were my lullabies. Hunted like dogs, day after day. Driven from our ragged shelters. That was my life. Each morning I'd wake up and find a few more of my family or friends dead beside me. I'd stare at the morning sun and pray to make it through the day. The governments of the world turned a blind eye to our misery. But then, he appeared. My hero. Saladin. He took me away from all that.
Saladin? You mean Big Boss?
I became a sniper. Hidden. Watching everything through a rifle's scope. Now I could see war. Not from inside, but from the outside. As an observer. I watched the brutality, the stupidity of mankind through the scope of my rifle. I joined this group of revolutionaries to take my revenge on the world. But to myself and my people. I am no longer the wolf I was born to be. In the name of vengeance, I sold my body and my soul. Now I am nothing more than a dog.
Wolves are noble animals. They're not like dogs. In Yupik, the word for wolf is Keglanek, and the Aleuts revere them as honorable cousins. They call mercenaries like us dogs of war. It's true. We're all for sale at some price or another. But you're different. Untamed. Solitary. You're no dog. You're a wolf.
Who are you? Are you Saladin?
Wolf. You spared Meryl's life.
She was never my real target. I don't kill for sport.
Rest easy. You'll die as the proud wolf you are.
I finally understand. I wasn't waiting to kill people. I was waiting for someone to kill me. A man like you. You're a hero. Please, set me free.
Why? Why? I loved you.
What is it?
My gun. Give it to me. She's part of me. Everyone's here now. Oh, okay, hero. Set me free.
Goodbye. Snake, you said that love could bloom on the battlefield. But I couldn't save her. What are you doing?
Returning it to its owner. I don't need a handkerchief.
Why?
I don't have any more tears to shed. I'm going to the underground base. We're out of time.
I know.
You'll have to protect yourself now. Don't trust anyone.
Yeah.
If I can't stop Metal Gear, this whole place will probably be bombed to hell.
Yeah.
We might not meet again.
I'll hang on to my codec. I want to keep helping.
You can leave anytime. Get a head start. A head start on your new life.
Snake! What was she fighting for? What am I fighting for? What are you fighting for?
If we make it through this, I'll tell you.
Okay. I'll be searching too.
And after that heart-wrenching scene, we will call that the end of part 2. It's interesting to play a game where the boss that you kill, an enemy that you kill, actually has so much personal backstory and you have so much empathy for them that, again, this was something that many people remembered about the series, is that no one's truly good and no one's truly bad. So that's the end of part 2. Thank you for watching, and I will continue with part 3 and the final part very, very soon.